The following live broadcast.
How's everyone doing tonight? Woo! It's Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. With
John
ready in his chair. And almost 10 whole people watching from home. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? It's time for the ThinkSoJoE Show!
It is, in fact, time for the ThinkSoJoE Show. It's not really time for the ThinkSoJoE Show. I'll get over with my lower third. John, not ready in his chair, as usual. He'll be here. He's on his way. It's all good. Special Tuesday night edition of the show. Last minute decision last night as to when we were doing the show, as we had, man, I am tangled up in all kinds of shit over here. Give me a second, man. We're going to fix all this. I'm tangled. I've been playing. I haven't bought any of my usual annual video game purchases. I haven't bought Mortal Kombat, and I haven't bought NHL, which, hey, first day of the NHL season, I don't have the game going yet. I'm going to put that on in just a minute in the studio. Yeah, it's going to throw off my week, too. This was the day that I was going to actually get some shit done around the house. And then suddenly we weren't available to do our usual Thursday night thing. So it was asked if we could do Tuesday, and then one of us wasn't available Tuesday. And then it was asked if we could do Wednesday, and I'm like, well, we got the podcast, but we also need to get into a room and get last minute shit taken care of before our show on Friday. So that wasn't Brian, that was Katie, but still, it is not, in fact, Wednesday, it is Tuesday. Again, scheduling issues, which ultimately led to just a conversation last night of, do you want to do the show Tuesday or do you want to do it Thursday? And John was kind of like, well, we got practice on Tuesday. I said, no, on Thursday. I said, no, we don't. Like, that's the whole reason that we're trying to figure out when the podcast is going to be. I'm trying to get centered here. I got to come all the way over here to get centered. I'm like bumping up against John's chair. But it's like, well, we don't have we don't have practice Thursday. That's the problem. That's why we are kind of, resetting and trying to figure out a day to do the podcast this week. And John said, let's do Tuesday. And so here we are, a day I had less than 24 hours to announce that we were doing a Tuesday episode and to, prep everything and get everything set up for the show, which wasn't too bad. Shout out to Michael Delano for sending over a track for us to play today, or at least, recommending a track for us to play that just got released this past weekend. Best Tuesday ever, Jasmine says, yes. It'll be a better Tuesday once John gets here, because it is also National Hug a Drummer Day, and I haven't seen my drummer today. So I'm waiting for him to get here so I can give him a big hug, because it is National Hug a Drummer Day. It's also the anniversary of the release of No Doubt's Tragic Kingdom, all the way back in 1995. Am I today's date because I'm 10 out of 10? Today is a 10 out of 10 because, as Mark says, happy hockey. I'm about to put this game on right now. So bear with me if you hear ESPN for a minute. In fact, I'm going to mute that channel so that doesn't happen. Let's see if it just gives it to me on Hulu, and then I can just click on it through there because I don't want to go through. Ah, there it is. Nashville Predators, Tampa Bay Lightning, National Hockey League. So I got a story about it's already 1-0 Tampa. The game's been on for like an hour now, but half hour anyway. I actually have a story about the Tampa Bay Lightning that involves John, who is not here yet, which was actually, we were talking about the Sabres season starts on Thursday. And so John was like, well, we got to go. We have to go to the home opener. We have to go. And I always tend to go to the home opener. Unfortunately, this year it was just like, I don't really have the money to buy 2 tickets to the game. And so I was like, dude, let's just go to a different game. And he had mentioned going to see the Sabres play Tampa Bay, which is next Tuesday's game. So I looked up tickets last night, and I'm like, he didn't want to sit too high up. So I looked, but I had already warned him. I'm like, dude, ticket prices. Like, I got to buy both tickets. So if I understand you don't want to sit way too high up. I understand, like, fear of heights and all that. But, especially because I've told him the story of me falling over seats in the 100 level, trying to not inconvenience people and make them get up, which Jasmine can tell you all about. So I go to buy the tickets. I wait for John to get up. I text John when I got up this morning. I'm like, dude, here's where I got seats. Yeah, the one time I almost died, according to Jasmine. That was also the day I finally met Curtis Cook, the Sabres organist. But I'm trying to. I'm like, John, I got the best seats, but they're in the 300 level. They're 300. They're section 320, row 8, so they're high up. But they are center ice. You can see everything from these seats. They are like the best seats. And believe me, I've sat like front row on the glass, and I've sat in that section. I love that section. So when I saw tickets that I could get for under $50, I'm like, yo, check it out, man. $48 per ticket. Let's get seats there. He says, no, what about the first 2 rows? Because it was 320, row 8. He said, what about the first 2 rows? Personally, I prefer the first 2 rows. The seats are padded. And once you get past those first 2 rows of the KeyBank Center in the 300 level, you got the hard plastic seats. You don't have your cup holder is on the ground in front of you. Hey, look who's here. And I'm talking about what you did to me this morning when I first woke up. And I got to the point of we were picking our seats for the Tampa Bay game here.
Yeah, I promised Jamie, and
I did say no more, dude. I understand. But by the way, National Hug a Drummer Day.
How do you get this shit?
It was online. I saw somebody post it, and then I looked it up. Sure enough, October 10th this year is National Hug a Drummer Day.
Oh, right.
So yeah. So I shared it. I was like, everybody hug a drummer.
Hug a drummer.
And then I was like, I get to see my drummer today. I can hug my drummer. Even though he screwed me out of $40. So anyway, I'm telling the story here. So John's like, let's get first 2 rows. So I found in the corner, the first 2 rows of the 300 level. Again, I prefer that area. I got your mic on now. You should be good. I prefer that area. I prefer the first 2 rows of 300 level. The seats behind are hard plastic and all that. So I buy the tickets, and John goes, awesome, when's the game? And I said, it's next Tuesday. And John's like, I can't go, I gotta work.
If it fall on a Monday, then yeah.
He literally asked me when the game was immediately after I bought the tickets. It's all good. I'm not mad. Don't worry about it.
They won't face Tampa until the 20th of January.
Oh, geez, really? Well, you can watch Tampa right now. They're up 1-0. Sadly.
We'll go to another game.
We will. We absolutely will. I was looking at, you were asking about the week after. It's just, now I got to get paid again before I can buy more tickets. But
no, we can wait.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, they're playing Montreal the week after, and that game, the get-in price is, I think, like $40-something bucks, so that's not terrible. But yeah, it's but yeah. So now I have 2 tickets to the game against Tampa, and I'm waiting on my. So I texted Ryan.
Yeah. Because
Ryan is Jasmine loves your gloves and nail polish.
Oh, thank you.
I noticed as well.
Thank you.
So I reached out to Ryan because he's usually my guy I go to hockey games with, and I figure, hey man, I got an extra ticket for this game. You wanna go?
But yes, Jeff.
Yeah, right. He probably already has tickets. It's Tampa.
Probably.
So I
wouldn't doubt it.
I text Ryan. I'm like, dude, I got this. I told him the story, and I'm like, I got these extra tickets. Like I have this extra ticket. Do you want to go to the game? And he goes, I would love to, but I'm in Scotland until the 17th. I'm like, fuck, dude, enjoy. Like,
yeah, I sold her nail polish yesterday. Jill's.
Okay. That's what she's saying is hers. Your gloves and your nail polish. Gotcha.
The gloves are mine.
The nail polish is yours. Got it.
Yeah, nail polish is hers.
Or hers, rather, yeah.
Yeah. She thought it'd be, because we went to the library yesterday. So
I saw a picture of you.
We thought it'd be funny if me, I actually go to a library? No, not often.
Oh, man, Kirsten was so proud of you. Because she's like, yeah, libraries. Didn't you read the comments? Everybody's like, dude, like she was like, did John get a library card? I'm like, I hope so. I just got one.
I should get one.
I got one I got one a couple of months ago, right after Pee Wee Herman died.
To be honest, I didn't know where the library was in Lockport. And it's like I'm down the street from it now.
Yeah, I have a vague idea of where there's a library in South Buffalo. I know where the big library is in Buffalo, obviously, right downtown. Does Ryan have anything under? I don't know. I don't know if he's got anything under his kilt. I haven't asked.
What happened?
Our phones were alerted that John was somewhere he never goes and wanted to make sure we were. I assume she meant we were with him, or I don't know. Or wanted to make sure we were him. All right. Because apparently she says your phone gave an alert because you were somewhere you never go, which is the library.
Yeah. John, me go to the library? Oh, shit.
Dude,
I'm fine with, I should go more often.
Yeah. Dude, I just got a library card, but mine's for Erie County, obviously, so. Oh, yeah, because your phones are linked. I text you yesterday. And you and I will send wrestling content to each other every now and then.
Yeah.
Memes or whatever, but I was like, dude, you have to see what happened on Impact on Thursday. And I get a reply back like, oh no, John, unlink our accounts now.
Never. Now she gets all Elite Wrestling updates, WWE updates. She hates me right now.
Yeah, I wasn't. I forgot you guys were linked. So I'm sorry, Jill. Message. I did not mean for you to get the wrestling content I was trying to send to John. Dude, awesome. He stabbed him with a fucking fork.
Who does that?
Right? Anyway.
Who does that?
Anyway, yeah.
That was Tommy Dreamer's back. I was like, oh my god.
But we're talking about a guy who once pitched an idea of him getting shot by a sniper, and the only reason it got turned down was because they didn't want to put the fans at risk. This is apparently a true story, and so I'm like, one of two things is happening. He's got a little foam thing under his jacket that is what got stabbed, or he legit got stabbed with a fork because dude's fucking nuts. Anyway. That's your wrestling content for today.
We're done.
I want to talk football for a minute, though, but I don't want to talk about the team that lost in London the other day. What's the name of that team? It was some cowboy guy back in the 50s or whatever. Buffalo something.
Buffalo.
You know who I'm talking about? Buffalo. Bill, that guy.
Bill.
We're not gonna talk about those guys. They lost.
we only have life. What?
Life alert. So Jasmine asked if you have Life 360, and she said you have Life Alert on you. Yeah. The sloth is right here. He's kind of buried behind my guitar pedals, but he's there. He's comfortable. Anyway, I gotta bring my Halloween tree up and find a place for that. But I don't. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Because they played the San Francisco 49ers over the weekend. My mom's a huge Cowboys fan, right? So, needless to say, I'm sitting here texting her score updates. Like, Ma, I don't know if you're watching this game, but it's 14-0 now.
You should get the 49ers title belt.
No, I'm not spending. Dude, those are expensive.
It'd be cool to have.
And they're ugly.
Come on, you love it.
No, those are ugly, man. If anything, I follow an account on Instagram, Belts Brothers. I'll just get them to make me a generic one that looks way better. Like a bootleg one. But anyway, because I've seen them do 49ers belts that look way better than what they're selling on WWE Shop. Anyway.
No, it's not Wednesday, Laura. It's Tuesday, fortunately.
Yeah, well, anyway, I was looking at... I was watching this game, and earlier in the week, right, they had a news story come out that Trey Lance, who was the 49ers starting quarterback at the beginning of last season, who was now the third-string quarterback on the Dallas Cowboys. That's how far he's fallen. He's apparently, like, talking to the coaching staff and the players and, like, basically giving them insider knowledge on how to beat the 49ers, right? So, like, the final score was 42-10 San Francisco. Mm-hmm. So I'm just picturing like the Dallas coach on the sideline with these plays that Trey Lance gave him, just kind of flipping through the notebook, like, where's this in here? Looking across the sideline like Red Boy U at Coach Klein and the Water Boy when he gets the confidence to come up with new plays. So no, Scott didn't make us do the show on Tuesday. John made us do the show on Tuesday. We could have done Thursday. No, we're busy tomorrow. That's why we're here today.
We need Thursday to rest. We got a show Friday.
Fair enough. That means I got to do all the shit I was going to do today on Thursday, though. So, which reminds me, I gotta hit up the dude with the shirts because it's Tuesday and I haven't gotten an update. And he's probably going to want to ship those out tomorrow for us to get them on Friday. I'll hit him up after the show. Anyway. Yeah, Jill made us. Literally, Jill made us do the show today. Nobody was in like, I'm getting the messages in the Discord, and apparently nobody else is. So I was like, she's like, can we do Tuesday instead? I'm like, maybe. Laura wants to know what to eat before her tattoo appointment tomorrow. She's asking you.
Watermelon.
Watermelon.
I don't know. Twinkie. Oh, yeah, I lost that Twinkie.
You lost the Twinkie? I bought you a Twinkie and you lost it?
My dad found it. I forgot I left it on the counter and he got hungry.
So next time I got to buy you more Twinkies.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was mad. I was like, I wanted that Twinkie.
Jill says pills is what Laura should eat. She's getting your face. She's getting your face on her back. That's what she's getting. Laura's getting your face on her back. That's what she says. That's the tattoo she's getting. Your face on her back. This is the face from the Ask John t-shirts. It should just be the Ask John t-shirt.
Yeah, it should. I don't look like that anymore.
Right. You know, it was 11 years ago today I met Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the post.
It came up in my memory. So, like, you know, the first thing that pops up in my memories is friends with Brian Muller for 11 years. Like, oh, damn. Like, and then I scroll down and I see it was Andrea from Karma Queen watching the show. Hi. Anyway, so I scroll down and then I see like, oh, you know, our guests on the podcast that used to be in our regular time slot, you know, guests are Scarlet Embrace. I'm like, yo, it was 11 years ago I met, you know, Jenny from When Legions Fall too. Like,
yeah.
Happy Bri-versary and Bri-versary, yeah. Face on stomach and my belly button could be your mouth, she says.
I'm a bean.
John, you're a bean. Yeah, that's one of the pictures. That was one of the comments.
I asked Brian, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I called him. He's like, hey, this girl thinks you're a bean. I'm like, what does that freaking mean?
She thinks you're cute.
That's what Brian called. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately for you, she's been in a relationship for a long time. We saw her last year at Music is Art. And I'm just like, dude, that's the girl that thought you were cute, but that's her boyfriend. Like,
yeah. I was like, what's a bean? Never heard of that term.
Yeah. She thought you were cute. I can see the commercial in the reflection on the Guns N' Roses thing behind us here. I can kind of see the TV as we're watching the game here.
They keep popping up on my TikTok. Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, yeah. Well, that's what made me think of it was like, you know, Brian, like when I shared, I said about like, you know, we keep those jokes alive of you being Axl Rose and me being way older than I actually am.
Mm-hmm. So deal for you, Brian.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
Joe, I am putting hair in my braids. My hair in braids tomorrow. What should I eat?
So you're getting tattooed and you're getting braids.
You should eat corn. Right? Tattoos and braided hair, corn. That's what you eat.
You listen to corn too.
You listen to corn, yeah.
Freak on a Leash.
Yeah. Got that album back there somewhere. I continued my run of buying nothing but new vinyl this week when I went to Revolver, which I'm not doing this week because I got a show Friday. I don't have time to go to Revolver. There's a record store around the corner here.
Yeah.
I just found out yesterday. That's gonna be dangerous. What?
I found a receipt for a Guitar Center.
Yeah.
And I have a warranty on that broken cymbal.
Nice.
I'm gonna go cash it in
Nice.
tomorrow.
Yeah. What am I doing? We got band practice tomorrow.
I'm gonna do it in the morning.
Yeah. Come get me. Or which one are you going to?
I gotta go to Falls.
Okay. Niagara Falls Boulevard.
Yeah.
I got you. Never mind then. Don't come get me. That's out of your way. I don't need anything anyway. I just saw on I got a sponsored ad for like the Prime Deal days,
Yeah.
and they have a guitar stand that holds 9 guitars vertically. So like 3, 3, and 3, and I'm like, yo, I need that. And it's like $75 on the Prime Day deals right now, so I might be buying that after the show. Just because I'm like, yo, I don't have space for all these guitars I have. That would save a lot of space. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest problem right now. That's what I was going to do today, was clean up the room in there and then make all the wristbands that we need to put at our merch table because we're out of them. Because John keeps losing his and I keep giving him new ones. Jasmine Laura wants to know, she's walking through a field of potatoes. What should she eat?
Potato.
Potatoes.
Oh, I get a drum solo this Friday.
You do get a drum solo this
I've
Friday.
been practicing.
Jasmine sent me something. I'm going to see what it is. I probably shouldn't, but here I am. It's a picture of me hugging you.
Look how scared I look.
That's not going to work, but...
You gotta send that to me.
Yeah, I don't... it's not going to work. Anyway.
You gotta send that to me.
Oh, yeah, I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Remind me.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, Lord. Jasmine told her to eat dirt.
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 Dirt and potatoes.
Yeah. Well, potatoes grow in the dirt, so you probably eat some dirt when you're in Idaho. Anyway. Yeah. But, we've got a show this weekend.
And what else? We got 2 new songs.
We do. You're ruining surprises. Anyway.
Oh. Well, I didn't give them. Did I get that away? I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Nobody tells me to say.
Jasmine's
sick. Say anything.
Jasmine's sick of potatoes. Yeah, don't say anything about the other thing that we're trying to schedule.
I don't.
You don't even know. Okay,
I don't
cool.
even look at
Perfect.
the thing.
Perfect. He doesn't even know.
I don't know what's going on. I just show up.
Yeah. Perfect. That means you can't ruin that surprise either. Anyway, we are playing Friday night at the Evening Star with our friends in Exham Priory for the first time. Mm-hmm. First time with Exham Priory. Can you believe that? 4 fucking years of this band, we've never played with Exham Priory.
Is that first time?
They're the reason this band exists, and it's the first time we've ever shared a stage with them.
We shared a stage with the bass player.
Well, I mean, Dan, just 2 years ago the other day, Dan
filled
in for us at Tudor Lounge, and we did a whole...
First show without Brian.
First show without Brian, we did a whole Brian block of songs that I played on one of Brian's guitars, which was,
Betty?
Betty, yeah. I got to play Betty, and we played Hey You. We played another Silence the Cynics song, which was called With Us, which was the only time we ever played that song. The only time we ever will play that song. Mm-hmm. We played I think we did Blink as part of the we did Damn It by Blink
500 miles.
with the 500 miles outro. And then we did Pennywise, Bro Hymn,
Yep.
which was the last time I think we played that song too. So
Oh, I did my nails.
yeah, John knows how to do his own nails.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Somebody would have to do mine if I were doing mine, but I don't do mine, so it's all good. I could probably figure it out.
It's not easy. I mean, it's easy. You don't need.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm dumb as rocks.
I'm sitting here last night doing guitar repairs. I'm like, I couldn't paint my own nails. Actually, I could use some black nail polish on the. I did, but
Cover the marks.
So there's a big chip on. I'm bringing. I decided on Scarlet and Noob Saibot for the show, and there's a big chip on Noob Saibot.
Yeah.
The only problem is if I did it with nail polish, it's a matte finish.
Yeah.
So it would look weird. So I got to do it with like a Sharpie or something. But yeah, I don't know. It was hard. Like I polished the guitar and it still looks splotchy. So I don't know. But it's the backup for Saturday. So Friday rather. Saturday I have a wedding reception to attend. So I had so I was supposed to go to my grandma's house, no, my uncle's house for my grandma's birthday party last weekend. Not this past weekend, the weekend before. But that got postponed to the 14th, but it's like, I can't go, I got a wedding reception, sorry guys. So I was actually chatting with my uncle yesterday. So I haven't talked to him in a little while, and he messaged me probably something about the 49ers game just to make fun of my mom, because my mom being a huge Dallas fan, and I'm just sitting here like, does he know that his team's next on the 49ers schedule? Like, they're playing Cleveland on Sunday. Am I doing Movember? I always have a mustache. I'm not shaving anything else, but to do it, but no. So to answer your question, no. I know guys who do it, so it's all good. You should do Movember. Now you have a beard too. Yeah.
Nah, I look like my dad.
If you just had a mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it one time. I got scared.
I did it once. I did the Hulk Hogan like handlebar mustache.
Oh god.
I looked like Outlaw Ron Bass. Jasmine, you used that joke already. Anyway. Yeah, so a big show for us at Evening Star on Friday.
Yep.
Playing with Exham and AC Anton over there.
Just to play with my kit. I haven't played in 4 months.
John's excited he gets to play his kit. She says it doesn't mean it isn't true.
Contacts are back.
Oh, you got the contacts back?
I'm putting them back in for this show. It's a Halloween show.
Are we bringing Jill's smoke machine?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
If it's allowed in.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It's Evening Star. I don't think it's going to set off their... I mean, we can ask. We could, bring it, and then if they say, no, you can't use it, don't use it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I literally couldn't see Shane 2 feet away from me when we were running that thing the other night.
You guys couldn't even see me.
No, I got a great video of the lights with the smoke machine, which is like those lights were meant for it. And actually, that was another like Prime Day deal was for like under $100. There's a smoke machine that has a light built in, and it shoots upward, so the smoke like doesn't like billow out and then rise. It just starts out going up.
Welcome back, Jill. Bye, Jill.
Bye, Jill.
I know you left the first time.
John, you don't have to answer this next question because this is not a wrestling podcast, but who's going to win the Royal Rumble? That's what Laura wants to know.
Austin Theory.
Sad part is you might be right. It's John's
It
favorite.
really hurt me to say that.
Sean's
you have
favorite.
no idea.
Yeah.
But it might be true.
When he had the money in the bank and we're at SummerSlam and I'm like, he's going to cash in, John. He's going to do it.
Everybody, they're looking at me, I'm going, no, 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 no.
We got to... I don't really want to do it before I go to Detroit, but we do eventually need to talk WrestleMania plans. So,
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that.
yeah, because that's coming to the Northeast for the first time in a while. So, you know.
He ain't coming back for a while. What are we going to have next year?
Who knows? We'll find out probably around that time, probably around February-ish. The camera got a little blurry. It did get a little blurry. What's up with that?
That's weird.
Get back on the same level as you? That seems to have fixed it a little bit. I don't know.
Next thing you know, I get closer and then it just...
Right, so it's trying to track both of us, and it's like, what the fuck do you mean there's two people?
They can see the hockey game through the Guns N' Roses thing.
Kinda, yeah. Little corner of the hockey game. You can't get... Not enough for us to get in any trouble, so...
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell what it is unless we're actually, like, actively pointing it out.
Are we on the radio?
Yes, we are.
Time?
Yes. I think this makes like 3 weeks in a row I actually hit that button.
Cool.
So, well, somebody just messaged me. I'll look at that during the song break. Speaking of song breaks, it's time for one. Good Neighbors Volume 3. Actually, let me look this up because I didn't pull up information about this. Now I'm blurry because I'm up front. But anyway, let me see. Good Neighbors Volume 3. Who messaged me? Oh, okay, that's, anyway. Good Neighbors Volume 3 is, like the Music is Art collective, like the Western New York Music Alliance. They have put out over the last few years a number of compilations that include a lot of the artists that are members of that organization. Mm-hmm. And that new one just released, I think, like 4 days ago. And Michael Delano hit us up this morning when he saw that we were doing the show on Tuesday. He posted in the comments. He said, "Hey man, if you want a song, play this one." And I was like, "Dude, you just made my life, 25% easier. That's one less song I got to find. So absolutely, we'll play your song." So this is a song from that Good Neighbors Volume 3 compilation. You can listen to that wherever you stream your music. And this is a song by Michael Delano, and it is called "Death is a Woman" on All WNY, ThinkSoJoE Show.
Death is a woman. I think I've seen her once or twice. Though the memory is blurry, I swear we've danced through sleepless nights. Melancholy state of mind. Am I woke? Am I ungrateful for life? If I don't live to see tomorrow, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know if I will be alright. My mistakes are mostly arbitrary, split-second decisions, leaving memories that eat away at my self-esteem. Is meant to be earned through struggle, but I've struggled today. It's a melancholy state of mind. Am I woke? Am I ungrateful for life? Now I'm struggling again. Death is lingering. She's looking through my windows at my bed. She knows just where to find me. Another day spent inside, doing nothing instead. Whoa, and now I'm selling off my things, reconnecting with old friends. Nothing matters, I don't feel Now I'm struggling again. Death is lingering. It's nights like this I wish that she would make it in.
Michael Delano on all WNY ThinkSoJoE show. Song called Death is a Woman that's available now on the Good Neighbors Volume 3 compilation from Music is Art. I'm gonna have to check out that whole thing at some point. I got a lot of music I still need to check out. The people are like, oh, you gotta listen to this. I haven't heard the new Blink. I haven't heard the latest Guns N' Roses yet, which came out months ago.
You gotta heard the new Blink.
I heard the new Blink is really good. I haven't heard it yet.
It's like old Blink. It's like this is probably their best work.
Yeah, I've just been listening to music on vinyl, so I haven't really been paying attention to like streaming music. So, I mean, obviously, when they put out their album, I didn't pre-order it, but I'll just pick it up from Revolver when it comes out. I picked up an album I think Jasmine would greatly appreciate. I actually had sent a picture of it to her right when I got it. That's not the one. This one. I got Home Alone Christmas. Trying to get it not in the light here. Home Alone Christmas.
It's awesome.
I sent a picture to Jasmine, and I put it on, and I got like halfway through the first song, which is All Alone on Christmas by Darlene Love, and I'm like, nah, this is it is even way too early for me to listen. I'm gonna try and catalog this one because it wasn't available when I tried to catalog it the other day. Still not in here. I am currently including this one at $6.95. I got 2 on the way. So my next trip to Revolver should get me up to 700. And actually, that's not counting a couple of the records that are over here. You'll appreciate this one, John. I picked this one up the other day. Also in the same, I got Story of the Year.
Oh.
Page Avenue 20th anniversary pressing here. And I picked this up specifically, when I was out at my grandma's, I was with my daughter, and there's a song on this album called Anthem of Our Dying Day, right? You know that song.
Oh, yeah.
Very emo song.
Very emo. Love
But,
it.
when my daughter was really little, and, like when she was a baby and she would wake up at like 3 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
She would, and she would be crying, and I'd have to take care. I'd have to be inevitably the one to have to get up and go, take care of her. So I would go get her out of the crib, and I would take her out to the living room, and I'd sit down on the couch, and I'd put on VH1, and she would just cry and cry and cry and cry. And there were 2 videos that would stop her crying. One of them was Anthem of Our Dying Day by Story of the Year, and the other one was Meant to Live by Switchfoot.
Oh.
So, yeah. So she was into that emo shit when she was a kid, when she was a baby.
Still into that.
Yeah, so I mean, so I had like a different record in my hand, and I don't even remember what it was. I think it might have been like Yellow Card Ocean Avenue, actually. And I was like, you know what? No, I need this Story of the Year record. And I put the Yellow Card record back because I only wanted to buy 3. I didn't want to spend like way more than $100. So I grabbed that. The other one I grabbed was Ludacris. Word of Mouth. I was like, I have to have this one. And I was desperately hoping it wasn't going to be like when I picked up this one here. Nelly, Country Grammar, right? I was desperately hoping it wasn't going to be like this because I was, last time I was at Revolver, we were waiting for the bus back. And I'm telling my friend, I'm like, dude, whoever the A&R rep at Nelly's record label is fucking brilliant because the singles are amazing off that album. The rest of the album sucks. But that Ludacris album is great. This is the whole thing. There was not a skippable song on it. I'm just like, and the lyrics are great. I'm just like, this is a great album. I am so glad to have this. I'm so glad I picked it up. So I got a couple of records on the way. One is Real Big Fish Turned the Radio Off, which is a great album. And I had a little concern that maybe Real Big Fish wasn't involved in this for a couple of reasons. One being that infamously, Real Big Fish released a second greatest hits album where everything was re-recorded because their record label released a greatest hits album with really bad mixes on it. And at that point, the band didn't own their music anymore. So they were like, don't buy that one, buy ours. And also Enjoy the Ride Records, who are the ones that put out this repress of Turn the Radio Off. They're the ones that months ago got into an argument with Fred Durst online because they had all the permissions they needed to release Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water. We were talking about this last week, I recall, because we were talking about you get the wrong mix of Get Your Groove On that record. On the current pressing, the Enjoy the Ride had the original mix.
Yeah.
But Fred Durst didn't know about it until he saw the announcement and was like, what the fuck is this? And then he talked it out and then he's like, okay, cool. It's authorized. It's good, but we're going to put out our own pressing. Don't worry about it if you can't get this one. I'm so glad I got that one because it's got the original Get Your Groove On. I like the new old songs remixes and all that, but I don't want it on my original album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got that coming. And Real Big Fish was posting about it on Facebook and shit. So it's approved by them, so it's good. The other record I have coming is by a band called All. And for those of you who are longtime viewers of this show, back from the days when Ryan was co-hosting with me, Ryan would frequently wear the t-shirt of the band All. That is his favorite band. And so when I saw one of their records get repressed, I'm like, buying it. And I pre-ordered it. It is finally on the way. So I have those coming soon. John, top 5 words beginning with the letter P.
Pizza.
It's a good one. Hold on, let me get the sounds. Okay, pizza.
Pepper, my dog.
It's 2.
Peanut butter?
I'll give you peanut butter. Technically 2 words, but Meg Ryan, Laura. That's 3.
That's 3. Paper.
Paper. Okay.
Yeah, paper, yep. And then 5 would be Peter.
Sure, why not? That's more of a proper noun than a I mean, I guess
It's a
that's still
name.
technically a word.
It's a name, so.
You hear that, man? It's pouring out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was I had some shit I had to go buy. I didn't have to buy, I guess, but I wanted to because I was doing an on camera for a client, so I wanted to get a plain black shirt. I also wanted to get some new dress pants for this wedding reception I'm going to, and I went on Google, and it's oh, it's not gonna rain on Monday. It's gonna rain all day Tuesday. It's gonna rain all day Sunday, but it's not gonna rain on Monday. It was windy as shit, but I'm like, all right, I could deal with wind. I just don't want to be out in rain when it's fucking cold, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I went out to the mall, and I bought a plain black shirt at Michael's craft store there. I bought a bigger toolbox at Home Depot, which it's a funny thing is I went to Home Depot first. So I am literally, let me get this thing out over here. I am literally walking around with this toolbox.
Wait, you're gonna at the show?
No. When I was out at the mall, I bought the toolbox first. It was the first thing I bought.
You're walking around the mall with a big toolbox.
So everything I wanted to do was in one area, and I wanted to get a bigger toolbox because we have a. Laura's in England and says it never rains there. That is bullshit, Laura. Anyway.
Bullshit.
Anyway, so I bought the toolbox first, and I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm about to be carrying around a box with me until I go to the self-checkout, and the lady comes up to me and she says, I have to just check inside the toolbox. Like, oh yeah, absolutely, I understand completely. Like, open the box, like there's nothing in here. Stuck my receipt in there. Now I'm walking around with a fucking toolbox. Next place I go is the craft store because I wanted to get a plain black T-shirt for this on camera I had to do, and because I don't have any plain black T-shirts, or if I do, it's buried somewhere. So I walk in the door, and the way the craft store goes, buy our merch. The way the craft store goes is the entrance, you walk in and you go to the left, but the registers are to the front, because I was going to go straight to the register and be like, yo, you want to just hang on to this so you know I'm not putting anything in it? Like, but then it was like, well, no, now I got to go out of my way to do that, so I'm just going to, like, go grab the T-shirt, go cash out, like, real quick. Like, the girls saw me come in. And so, like, I go up and I'm joking about, Home Depot probably wasn't the best place to go first. And she's like, oh, I thought you were here to fix something. I'm like, no, just bought a toolbox and then walked over here because I'm on foot.
Everything's your construction plumber.
So I buy the T-shirt. She's like, do you want to buy a bag? I'm like, no, just put it in the toolbox. So I open the toolbox, put the T-shirt in there, now I got both receipts in there. And then I cross and I go to the mall. And now I'm walking through the mall with a fucking toolbox. Like, what the fuck?
Because you see that every day.
So, yeah. So I'm walking, I'm walking around carrying it by the handle. And then I'm like, maybe if I just, like, tuck the handle in and just carry it like this, it'll look like, as long as I'm not, because now I'm looking for dress pants. So I'm in, like, JCPenney walking around with a fucking toolbox. And I didn't, dude, dress pants at JCPenney are fucking expensive. They're like 20% off, but it's 20% off of like $100. And I'm like, I am not, like, I will fucking just go later in the week and go to Target. Fuck
That's
this.
That's what I do.
Where did I buy them? I bought them at, the fuck did I buy? Old Navy. I went to Old Navy. I'm walking around Old Navy with a fucking toolbox. And I was telling Jasmine this last night, like, shout out to the girl. I think she was a manager over at Old Navy. Because when you work retail, one of the first things they teach you is to prevent theft. The best way is to provide good customer service. You see somebody and you say, hey, can I help you with anything? And now they know, like, you've seen them. Right? So now they're second guessing, if they should steal or whatever. I guess that's the logic. I don't know. But that's always been, that's always been, what I was taught doing retail. So the girl comes up to me. She's like, can I help you find anything? I said, nope. And I'm like, okay, well, if I wanted to steal something, that probably would have prevented me from stealing something. Not that I would do that, but I've never shopped in an Old Navy before. So I go to get in line where I think the line is starting, and the girl tells me, no, you have to go around. The line starts over there. Like, oh, okay, thanks. And then they gave me a bag at Old Navy. So I just ended up, like, as soon as I walked out of Old Navy, I went over to the food court and I set the toolbox down, opened it up, stuffed the bag in the toolbox. I'm just wandering around the fucking mall with a fucking toolbox. And I was going to go to Wegmans, but then it started raining. It wasn't supposed to rain. That's why I went yesterday. So I was going to walk over to Wegmans, and then it was like, fuck this. I'm going home. It's cold. It's rainy. I'm just going to go hide under the Bed Bath & Beyond awning and call a fucking Uber. Like, can John fit in the toolbox? You might be able to fit in the merch box. I don't know about the toolbox.
Yeah, I don't know the toolbox.
Laura, I'll tell you what. She says, can I have your toolbox? You can have our old toolbox.
Not that big, but...
It's nice, though, because it's got these little compartments on the top, including, like, this one here. You can put your, like, screw bits or whatever, I think, go in here.
Laura can have it after she sends me that Taylor Swift t-shirt.
Yeah, right. Where's Sean's Taylor Swift t-shirt?
And you got to send Jill nudes.
That, too. But, yeah, you can have this one. I was surprised that would only cost me like $10. I was a little bummed it didn't have the compartments on top, but it's so big I could fit everything that were in those compartments in the toolbox. So, oof, what happened to him? He took a puck to the face, I think. That's never fun. I have to. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my friend Tracy, my late friend Tracy. She was a huge Nashville Predators fan. Yes, the Taylor Swift T-shirt. Anyway, she was a huge Nashville Predators fan, but when she was hanging out with me, she was also like into the Buffalo Sabres. One of her favorite players on the Sabres was Ryan O'Reilly, who this season now plays for the Nashville Predators. He is not the injured player, I can tell you that much. He took a puck to the face, dude. That had to hurt. Anyway, ouch.
You're getting distracted.
Yeah, no, he's up. He's skating. I'm waiting for a replay. I'm just trying to see here we go. Here's the shot from the point.
Oh, his own player.
Straight into his jaw. Oh yeah, it got deflected.
He covered himself pretty good.
But still, like, right. Look at the torque on that stick. It bounces off a 54 on Nash. Oh, off the side of his head. Oof. Yeah, you don't mess around with them head injuries, man.
Yeah, he may have a concussion.
Laura wants to know my favorite Taylor Swift song. I'm still feeling vigilante shit from Midnights. I texted Jasmine when I got home from the record store, actually, like the day after, because they had, I found for $35, it was Taylor Swift Red, right? And that's the one that's got I Knew You Were Trouble and We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together, right? And so I was like, yo, I like a couple of songs on this album. I think I'm going to buy this. But then I realized it wasn't Taylor's version, right? And I'm like, is it okay to not buy the Taylor's version? Because that's the whole thing we were talking about last week with the record stores.
Yeah.
No, not the record stores, the record companies owning the music and screwing the artists, right? Mm-hmm. And also, they had Taylor's version. It was just $20 more. So I'm like, I almost texted Jasmine from the record store, like, is it okay if I buy the regular version? Am I going to get yelled at by Swifties? And ultimately, I didn't buy either copy because I put them back and got that Story of the Year record. But Tim McGraw, she says, anyway. But yeah, so I bought, I'm going to go with no. I probably would not get away with buying the non-Taylor's version. I wish Steph were in here, because Steph would definitively give me an answer. Jasmine gave me an answer. She was like, well, the record store already bought it, so you're not really giving him, but it's like, no, but I am giving him, Scooter, or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. I'm giving him money if I buy this version of the record. But yeah, they already purchased. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how that works. So, I guess if I was buying it direct from the record label, that would be different. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't want to get in trouble with the Swifties. They'll send Travis Kelce after me. I have to get George Kittle to protect myself. Anyway.
I heard it. She might write a song about you, and it'd be a hit.
Yeah, right. That's what everybody's waiting for, is for her to break up with Travis Kelce and the Chiefs' season to tank, and then she writes her next album, and it's all full of vague references to football players.
Mm-hmm. It's gotta happen.
Yeah,
no,
probably. I guess I'm not buying it direct. I don't know. I still would feel probably more comfortable getting Taylor's version, and John, explain the rules of hockey in 10 seconds.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, me playing hockey. Well, 10 seconds. You gotta start it. That's not enough.
All right, hold on. Give me a second here. Everybody all of a sudden, everybody wants me to send them stuff from the Last Wretched Sound magazine. I got 2 messages from 2 different people about it.
Words, not sentences.
Anyway, words, not, anyway, let's see. Timer. How do I do this? I don't know how to set the timer on this thing. No, we don't want a 15. Here we go. What'd she say, 10 seconds?
Yeah, words and not sentence.
Let me know when you're ready, John.
Okay, let's go.
Go.
Drop the puck. You take the puck. This is not fair. 10 seconds is not enough time to explain this. It's gonna take all day, and I play hockey. I used to.
Shoot the puck into the other guy. Shoot the puck into the other guy's
Yes. That's all you gotta do. More of a goalie, but not forward.
Well, if you're playing John's position, keep the puck out of your net.
Yes. And talk trash.
Yeah. You were talking trash? You were chirping at the other team when you were a goalie?
Yeah. Yeah, shit like a girl.
Like fucking Goldberg in the Mighty Ducks?
That's how I was like, you want to call this game?
Hey, at
Those
least,
places on. You catch the episode.
at least you didn't end up like Goldberg from the Mighty Ducks.
No.
That dude had a rough fucking life after that.
He's doing better, though.
Yeah, I know he is, but he had a rough fucking life for a little while there.
Yeah.
Glad he's doing better. Oh, she said 10 words, not 10 seconds.
Oh, 10 words?
Yeah, I read it wrong.
10 words, 10 seconds. Not 10 seconds.
Preds are on the board. It's tied.
Put the puck in the net.
You still have 4 words left.
No,
Don't screw it up.
Don't screw it up. That's all you gotta do. Put the puck in the net, don't screw it up. If you're a goalie, don't let the puck go in your net. You're gonna have one angry coach. And don't fight.
Right.
I didn't really listen to that rule. I choose to fight.
Oh, it was O'Reilly that scored the goal, too. Tracy would be so proud. That one's for you, Tracy.
Even though that team stole our jersey idea.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, she heard all about how the fucking Predators were trying to be the Sabres. And then when we got Phil Housley as a coach, he had come over from Nashville. And I'm just like, you do realize, like, she was trying to talk shit like, oh, you got our old coach now. I'm like, you do realize he was a defenseman for the Sabres before your team even existed, right? Like, so technically, no, we didn't take your old coach. We hired our old player. Like, y'all were ripping us off with having Phil Housley on your team. John Should is going in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next year. What?
I'm going to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next year?
I guess you're going into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next year.
Cool. I don't know what I'm going to do for a performance, but I have to get back to you on that one. It's awesome. They should put me in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yeah, they should.
I've never been there.
Oh, she said who should go. She wanted to know who should.
Oh. It's obvious, he's been on Earth so long. This guy. Joe.
I knew he was going to, as soon as he started talking, I knew what he was going to say.
Just wait for your 600th birthday. We're going to have fun.
Speaking of birthdays, I'm celebrating my birthday in Detroit this year, but I'm celebrating my birthday driving home from Detroit this year, but the week after that, we're at Tudor Lounge with Shambles.
Fuck Shambles.
Main Breaker.
Love you guys.
And Abandoned Trains. That's going to be a great show.
I got to get my Fuck Shambles t-shirt.
I mean, you got to be around. Your first release has to be like 25 years old for you to go in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So Virus X. Those guys have been around for like 40 years. Johnny Revolting, they've been around for 20-something years. Goo Goo Dolls have been around for fucking ever. They'd make good.
They're already in?
Nah, but they'd make a good representative for Buffalo in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I think Rick James is. I don't know.
Rick James, bitch.
Like serious answers though. Like what about like Megadeth, Anthrax would be a fucking good one. Like people. Yeah, Blink 182. They've been around for fucking. Yeah, at least 25 years, right? Because fucking
Green Day. Oh, Green Day they're already in. Green Day's already in.
I think for sure, yeah. I think Anthrax deserves it. Like,
oh yeah, Oh, definitely.
People don't give them enough credit for what they did for hip hop. Never mind thrash metal. What they did for hip hop with, the collab with Public Enemy, the song "I'm the Man" on.
I love that song.
I love that song. Which, did you know that was supposed to be a collaboration with the Beastie Boys? But by the time they heard back from the Beastie Boys, they had already recorded it.
Oh, so.
Yeah. So it didn't happen. Could have happened, but it didn't. It
It's a good
is.
song.
It is in fact music time right now. Jasmine wants story
Wow.
time. We are going to play a song from a band playing Thursday night, and I realized that this band was playing Thursday night because one of their members texted me last night to ask if we wanted to play on that show. But it was after I found out that we weren't available to practice on Thursday. So it's like, nah, man, absolutely not. Like, we are already having scheduling issues Thursday. We are not trying to book a show that night, too. Sorry, man. Thank you. But
Appreciate it, though.
it's our friends in BastardBastardBastard. They are opening for a band called Assemble from Philadelphia. It's BastardBastardBastard and Cardboard Homestead. They said a band dropped off, so I'm assuming it's the other band on there. I don't have any idea. Actually, I could probably just read Brandon's message and be like, oh, this is who it is. Brandon says it's them, Cardboard Homestead, and Assemble. So yeah, it's the three of them at least. I don't know if they found a fourth band or not. But that's going on at Stamps the Bar, which apparently has moved from 98 Main Street to 123 Morgan Street, according to this Facebook event page. I don't know how you physically move a building to another address. It's at 98 Main Street.
I would love to see how they do that.
Anyway, but that's going on 7 p.m. Thursday night. $10 at the door, 18 plus. This is our friends in BastardBastardBastard. And this song is called Diseased on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show.
Bring up the dead, harvest what's left. What's the point of living if you're always in debt? There is no antidote. Yeah, you could be a host. Anyone can be infected right under your nose. Disease, 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 disease. I'm dead. I'm tired. I'm tired. Yeah, I'm sick, fucking sick and tired. And this time you don't wake up. The virus is spreading, a global epidemic. The only way out is death. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired! I'm dying! 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 Bring out the dead! Harvest what's left! What's the point of living if you're always in debt? There is no antidote! Yeah, you could be a host! Anyone can be infected right under your nose!
That was BastardBastardBastard. That song called Diseased on all WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show. Go catch them Thursday at Stamps the Bar, which is not at 123 Morgan Street in Tonawanda, despite what the Facebook event page says. That's at 98 Main Street, where you can see me spin some songs November 23rd.
Yeah.
The MTV era.
Yeah.
I get to spin all these great songs from the 90s, the 80s, the 2000s. It's going to be amazing. I have not practiced in months. And a lot of that is like, I set up my DJ controller to do the show, and then the next day I got band practice, so I have to disconnect my laptop and bring it to band practice in case we want to record something. And then when I get back home, I don't bother hooking the thing back up until the following Wednesday, so I have not practiced for this DJ set I got coming up in a month and a half. So, come out and see me. It's gonna be good. Really. I promise.
It's gonna be really good.
Anyway, Michael Delano just got here. Sorry, we played your song earlier, bro.
No worries.
Thank you, man. I was talking about how much I appreciated that you sent it over. It made my job that much easier today. So, especially there's not a lot going on this weekend that was like standing out to me as stuff and I think maybe part of that is like I'm busy Saturday, so I'm just kind of like blind to everything going on Saturday. And I'm also busy Friday, so I'm just like, also, I don't want to play anything that's competing with us on Friday because I want people to come to our show. That's the slight conflict of interest, I guess, in hosting a local music podcast and being in a local band. Laura wants you to read War and Peace. Do you know what War and Peace is, John? War and Peace is a book that's like this fucking thick.
Not happening.
Yeah.
We
I
don't have enough time.
I should have grabbed you a book while I was in the other room. The problem is my guitars and all kinds of other shit are in my way right now, and that's what I was planning on doing today, was getting that cleared out. But then we had to we ended up with the podcast, so I'm like, I guess I'm not doing that today. It'll wait till Thursday. So I can't really get to the kids' books today for you to read. Apparently they did a sequel to the monster at the end of the book. I gotta pick that one up for you.
They did?
Yeah, I gotta pick that one up for you.
I want to read that.
Yeah, I you know what? I'll buy it this week, and then you can read it next week.
All right.
Just remind me, because I gotta buy some shit on Amazon anyway.
Okay.
It's Prime Day deals, man. I'm trying not to spend money on the Prime Day deals, because last year I bought like a shit ton of lights, including these ones behind us. I still have 2 more of those I haven't even opened yet from last Prime Day. I also got, I gotta grab one of these remotes over here. Is it this guy here? This guy. I got these lights. I'd like to see those with the smoke machine. I might bring those tomorrow. They do the...
That'd be sick.
Yeah, those would look cool, I think, with a smoke machine. Anyway, yeah. I was not prepared to do a Tuesday podcast. I literally found out about this less than 24 hours ago. I'm just like, well, we got the podcast Wednesday, but we can make it happen, I guess. Here's what's interesting about this event page, because we still have this event page. It says Stamps the Bar, 123 Morgan Street, Tonawanda. But then you see the Stamps Facebook page and the thumbnail for the Facebook page that literally says 98 Main Street. So, like, I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
Probably.
Anyway, John, your hair is getting long, apparently. Jasmine's booing us for you not reading a book.
My hair is getting long.
Your hair is getting long. I have an idea. I have something for you to read here. No. Let me find it.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Let me find it. Well, see, the good thing is the answers in the one I'm looking for are short and sweet. All right. Okay. Let's start with number 1 here. If you can, these might be words you can read.
How and when did you first come to join the living brain dead. Walk me through. Shit.
All right. Well, walk me through that situation.
Walk me through the situation.
And now,
This is Joe.
this is Jill.
Joe's. I know Joe for quite some time. He used to be in a band with my brother,
Circa.
circa
I know you don't know that word.
10. So we went to check them out at MIA Fest 2022. I was pretty shit-faced at the point in that announcement they were looking for a new singer. So I was
Drunkenly.
drunkenly leaning over to my buddy during drooling on myself and slurred the words, "I'm gonna try out." I did, and they choose me. Now they can't get rid of me. That's very true.
That's true. We can't. Everything's changed so fundamentally that she's in the band. We can't.
Let me put that. I'm the one that chose her.
Yeah.
This is my fault.
Yep.
I had to live with that.
Yep.
But she's been great, and since she's joined, she's improved so much,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and I'm glad we made the choice.
Absolutely.
I'm glad we all talked about it.
Absolutely.
We choose the right singer for the job.
We are very glad you convinced us.
Yes.
Because we were kind of like, because you were like, so she's got the job, right? We're like, she does?
It just felt more.
You were right.
Yeah.
You were right. You know, I do love Leland. I'm
I love
happy to
Leland
see him.
too.
Happy to see him doing good things with Bastard, who you can see Thursday night at Stamps the Bar, not at 123 Morgan Street in Tonawanda, 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. This is weird, like seeing where the fuck. What is that 123 Morgan Street? That's I got to find out now. What is that 123 Morgan Street in Tonawanda? Let's see. Maps. 123 Morgan Street, Tonawanda, New York. It's across the street from Stamps. There's Stamps.
It gets confusing, that street.
Where's 123? 123. But like Stamps is not on Morgan Street though. Oh no, it says 123 Morgan Street over here. I think that's like a house behind Stamps or something.
Yeah.
Like it's not the address for Stamps. Stamps is 98 Main Street.
Yeah.
Like we know this. We book there. We used to book there all the time. I used to have to put that on flyers all the time. 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. We used to do promo videos for shit like that too, where it'd just be like 98 Main Street in Tonawanda. We did a promo video for our show.
Yeah.
Jill was doing whatever Jill does and said promo video.
I gotta say we're improving so much.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Since we got a new vocalist and you know.
I have maintained.
It's been great.
With all due respect to everybody else that has previously been in this band, every time we have had a membership change, things have just improved. Mm-hmm. And that's no disrespect and no
disrespect to the people that were in the band before.
Yeah, that's not to take away anything that they contributed or anything that any talent that they have. You know what I mean? Like that's not to say that they weren't talented individuals. It's just things have improved, I guess, like for the for the better with every
with the writing and
like Steve was a great drummer.
He was.
But then you came along and just added this whole harder element to it, and then nobody's ever going to replace Brian.
No.
Never. But Ryan came in and added his spin, and Shane's been killing it, and I'm sure whoever our next bass player is will also kill it when Shane moves over to joining me on guitar.
Yeah.
And then Jill just changed everything so fundamentally, and really just
Open our eyes to what we
brought a whole new dimension out of
Yeah.
everybody, and just and it's not like she doesn't just show up and sing, you know what I mean? Like, she will sit there and be like, what if you did this, play this way,
we love that.
and absolutely, like, she definitely contributes. You mentioned the new song, so it's not a secret anymore, I guess. We're playing a brand new song on Saturday. I'm not going to say what it is, but
And then a remake of a older
which
song.
a lot of we call them new songs, but
New
a lot of them
songs.
are older songs that have been redone, and
Yeah.
we gave her that freedom too. Like, we were like, you don't, if you want to change these, let us know, and write whatever you want to them, and that's fine with us. We
Be
just
yourself.
be you, don't be Katie, like, which has been like what we've told everybody coming to the, like, when you join, like, you don't got to be Steve, be John. We want John. We hired John. We don't, Steve's gone, and like, Ryan and Joe, tell them the same thing. Like, you don't have to be Brian. And I don't remember if it was, I don't remember which one of the three bassists we've played with since then said it, because we've told every single one of them they don't have to be Brian, but one of them was trying to get that solo down on Bomb the Incel Industry that Brian does.
Dan.
And I was like, yeah, was it Dan? And I'm like, dude, you don't have to play it like Brian. He's like, no, I want to play it like Brian for Brian. I'm like, I
nailed it.
appreciate that. And he did,
Nailed it.
absolutely. But what I was saying was, we have this new song that we're, and it's a brand new song. Like, it's not a remake of anything old. Like,
No, brand new.
brand new song. And it all started with Jill playing some chords, recording them, and sending them in the group chat. And me just saying, like, I like it, but, and then just tweaking it a little bit. And now, we got this badass new song that's,
It's even got a freaking metal breakdown.
it does. It's got it's a brand new song that's premiering at Evening Star on Friday night.
I'm excited for
First
it.
time we're playing it live. So, news from Scott: Joe, you've been fired. Meg Ryan is the new co-host. He's got to come back from Scotland first.
So that means I'm fired.
No, me. She said me.
You're fired. So it's me and Ryan.
So it's your show, and Ryan's co-hosting.
Think so. Well, John doesn't really think.
No, John doesn't really think. Anyway.
You got to pay extra for me to think.
John doesn't really think. That's why I have an extra ticket to the hockey game on Tuesday next week.
Sorry, buddy. Love you.
Well, I asked Ryan, he can't go, and I asked another friend of mine, and he gave me he.
I'm sure
gifted-
my dad will go with you. Just ask him.
Yeah. He gifted me, one of my friends gifted me a ticket to see the Interrupters last week. So I was like, dude, you want to go to this hockey game next week? So hopefully he wants to go, because there's only a couple of more people that I want to ask, like. Otherwise, I might just like try and sell it and go to the game Thursday instead.
Take Shane.
Yeah, he might go. I don't know. And I think he's got Last Rain on Tuesday, so that's which is why we couldn't practice tonight, and we had to practice tomorrow. So which is why we're here tonight and not tomorrow, because Jill couldn't practice Thursday and Joe couldn't practice yesterday, or couldn't practice today. So
I'll give you Jeff's number.
I'm sure he's already got tickets, man. It's the Bolts. Anyway, I'm waiting for my friend to get back to me, and then I got a couple other people in mind I can ask. So, like Chris from Tudor Lounge. Like, I've been trying to go to a game with that dude, but he usually gets much better seats. Karina and Jazzy, no Joe or John. Oof, I'm not touching that one. That's a whole nah. We're not.
I like to see that.
That
We'll be the ones commenting all night.
that it's just not gonna happen, and I'm not getting into it. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So anyway,
Moving on.
it would definitely be an interesting podcast. That is true. Anyway,
It would.
yeah. So, first day of the NHL season. Super stoked about that. WWE and AEW are on after the show, competing against each other for the first time in like 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is. It's gonna be a good night. It's a good day. And then tomorrow we got band practice, so that's gonna be awesome.
And then Thursday.
Yeah. Thursday I get to make all the wristbands and shit for the merch table because we need more. I got there's a couple of hockey pucks in my bathroom because they were like misprints.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to like see if I could like wash off the ink and just try again. But they're just sitting there, and like Squirrel ran into the bathroom the other day, and she jumps up on the sink. She hasn't done that really since I got her that fountain, because like she just likes running water, so she's already got running water. She don't need the sink no more. But she jumps up on the sink and she sees the hockey pucks, and she's just over like sniffing at the hockey pucks. John, why aren't you following Laura on MySpace?
I don't know, because I haven't been on MySpace in a long time.
It's been like 20 years since anybody's been on MySpace.
I still have a profile.
I still have a profile too. They lost my fucking music. They lost everybody's fucking music. Mm-hmm. I should fucking hit the lost media wikis and just be like, hey, so if anybody's got a lead on where I can find my band's old song that was on MySpace that I never saved, or I don't have a copy of anywhere, like, please let me know.
All my pictures on there are freaking deleted.
Yeah, my
I don't
pictures
know
are all
how.
gone too, and I'm disappointed in that too. Like, they lost all the music, then I guess they must have lost all the pictures after that.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was on there, like, grabbing
was
old
so
pictures.
pissed.
I was trying to find a picture. We were talking about Paul White as Captain Insano. And I brought a sign to WrestleMania 24 that said Captain Insano shows no mercy. And I was trying to find it I couldn't find it in my MySpace, because that would be like the one place I would look to find it.
I'm 34 years old.
I guarantee that guy's a virgin. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And then Friday, of course, we got the show, and I'm so looking forward to this show. So looking forward to playing these new songs, playing in our hometown. We don't like to claim Niagara Falls as our hometown, but it is.
That's true.
It is.
We're mutants.
And we're gonna be there, and we're gonna be playing music.
I'm gonna get a tetanus shot.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
I was trying to convince my mom to come. So like I've been, you
She'll
know,
probably hear us down the street.
well, so I haven't been making hoodies lately.
Yeah.
And like like you need a hoodie, Jill needs a hoodie, my mom needs a hoodie. So I was in my closet yesterday because I was doing this on camera, so I wanted to find my black blazer, and I happened to find a blank medium hoodie. And I'm like, all right, I'm offering it to my mom first because I know that's the size you guys both want too. Mm-hmm. So I texted my mom. I'm like, Mom, what size hoodie do you need? And she said, oh, I'm wearing mine right now. It's a medium. And I'm like, cool, I have a medium. I'm going to make it for you. I was going to do it today. But obviously, my plans, the Preds just took the lead. It's 2-1 Nashville.
Oh, sorry, Jeff.
I'm not. I'm happy for Tracy. I'm sure she's looking down watching this game. Anyway, can't you use the Wayback? That's actually a good question. Can you use the Wayback Machine for MySpace photos? I don't know. That I might have to try. I never thought about it.
There's a way there? What?
The Wayback Machine, archive.org.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can hit that and...
You want to see what a website used to look like, you go on there. Sometimes they do preserve pictures, so there might be pictures. There might be pictures. I don't know. I never really thought about it for old MySpace pictures.
I want to see the old me.
Yeah.
No, there's some photos on there I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah. I don't know. There's some stuff where it's like, oh man, I wish I still had that picture, but for the most part. John, do you believe in dragons?
Yes.
I believe in Imagine Dragons.
I believe in anything creature-wise, ghost.
So I went out yesterday, and while I was out at the mall, I went to Spirit, and I texted Jasmine, and I'm like, yo, I need an idea for a costume that won't scare John. Not that I think we don't have any plans for anything for Halloween.
No,
that we've discussed. I know what I'm doing for I'm going to a Halloween party next weekend. I'm going to the Fernway Halloween show over at Ironworks. You and Jill should come. Because Shane's going to be there. I'm going to be there. You guys should come. We never get to hang out like the four of us. So you guys should go as John.
On Halloween?
The 21st.
21st?
Next Saturday.
At
Ironworks.
I'll talk to her.
Yeah, you guys should come. Because we never get to hang out the four of us. So that's one of the nights Shane actually goes out. So, I got to hang with him a little bit last year.
There'd be clowns there?
I sent you that girl dressed as Pennywise last year.
Maybe spiders there?
I didn't see any spiders, I don't think. There was definitely at least one clown.
One clown?
But I sent the picture in the group chat, and Jill showed it to you, and she replied, she said, John just said she's hot. So I sent...
we picked you up that night.
You did, yeah. We went. I think that was the night we went out and saw MCMD.
Oh, yeah.
I think we went there after that.
Yeah, that was my favorite act.
Because Gumshoe was playing, and my buddy Marky was still in that band at the time. So we went and caught the last couple of shows of songs of their set, and then the first couple of MCMD shows songs.
Go as John.
Laura says she's dressed up as a clown right now.
Oh boy.
I'm not skinny enough to go as John. The problem with Halloween costumes for me is I got this. So I have to incorporate it or cover it.
Wait. Go as me. What? Am I not scary looking?
Well, I'm trying to go as something that you wouldn't be scared of.
Oh.
So I was seeing all these cool clown masks, and I'm like, yo, that'd be cool, but John would be terrified. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, cool, Chucky. I'm like, nah, can't. Ghostface? I could be so I could be Chucky. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm okay with Chucky.
They had. I don't want to delve into inflatable costumes anymore because I tried that last year and it failed miserably.
Yeah.
But they had Gizmo from Gremlins.
Yeah.
An inflatable Gizmo costume. I'm like, yo, that would be so cool, but I don't want to do the inflatable costume thing.
I want that alien one. He's carrying a human.
Yeah. I was looking at some of those.
Or a T-Rex.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a taco. I think I might be a taco this year.
Taco?
I might be a taco. Laura says I should go as a princess. I'm pretty sure I have a tiara. I know I have fairy wings in the basement. So
I want to be Logan Paul.
You're going to be Logan Paul? You just walk around with a can of Prime Energy?
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, I walked around Spirit 3 times, and I'm like, there's nothing I really want to be.
That or Island Boy.
Somebody told me to be Weird Al, and I've already done that. I called the costume Beard Al Yankovic because I had a beard. So I didn't really look like Weird Al, but I wore a Hawaiian shirt and I wore glasses, and I by the time I decided to do damn it, they just scored. By the time I decided to do this costume, it was too late to find a toy accordion or anything to but I had the wig and I had the glasses and I had the Hawaiian shirt. So I was trying to get the point across. There is another costume that I've been highly considering doing for years now. Not happening, Laura. And that is, I want to buy an Alf mask.
Alf, yeah.
And then just do the rest of the Weird Al costume. So I would be Weird Alf.
Weird Alf.
But the only Alf mask I can find online, the reviews are this thing smells terribly and leaves fur everywhere. So I've already got fur everywhere, but I really don't want more fur everywhere. So I have not pulled the trigger on doing that one. But that has been in the back of my mind something I've wanted to do as a costume.
I haven't I haven't dressed up for Halloween in a while. It would be definitely nice to go to a Halloween party again.
What sucks is like we couldn't take Halloween gigs this year because like we weren't available.
I mean, you count this as a Halloween show.
I'm not counting it as a Halloween show. It's
Friday the 13th.
It's Friday the 13th in October, but it's still 2 weeks before Halloween. I'm not counting that. I'm going to we're not marketing it as a Halloween. It's just a Friday the 13th. So like the next week when the Fernway show happens at Ironworks on the 21st, that's being marketed as a Halloween show. And that's like...
It's my dog's birthday.
It's your dog's birthday?
Halloween Pepper.
Cool. All right. We got some music to play. Speaking of our show at the Evening Star, and this is, I have to say, for this band being played on the podcast, this show has gone remarkably smoothly.
Take our word for it.
Because usually when we play this band, it does not go smoothly. We have issues.
You're not playing who I think you're playing.
Oh, I am playing who you think we're...
Pray for us, people.
Whenever we play this band, we have major technical issues. But we're playing with this band on Friday night. And can you call the big boss man? He's been dead since like the 90s.
Where have you been?
Anyway.
Can't call Bubba.
Only if you read that poem that he read to the Big Show about his dad.
Oh.
With deepest regrets and tears that are soaked. I'm so sorry to his hair. Your dad finally croaked. That whole fucking thing. Anyways.
I'm sorry, Parway. Don't choke on me.
Tampa's back in the lead. Anyway. See, we're about to play Exham Priory. Things are already going wrong. Friday night, Evening Star, Niagara Falls, 6:30 p.m. Doors, $10 at the door. Ages 18 without an adult. And your ID is required. If you are under 18, you can come with an adult. And
oh, good. Come with my dad.
Yeah, you can come with your dad, right? So come to Camp Niagara Falls with us and face the madness, is what it says in the event page. It's XM Priory with The Living Brain Dead and AC Anton. Did you see we're on the marquee at Evening Star? Our name is on the marquee at Evening Star right now. If you're in Niagara Falls and you're driving up Niagara Falls Boulevard, we're on the marquee at Evening Star because we are playing there Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Doors, $10 at the door. 8810 Niagara Falls Boulevard in Niagara Falls. This is our showmates finally after 4 years. XM Priory, and this song is called No Quarter on All WNY. ThinkSoJoE Show.
Sun, the heat beats down.
Exham Priory, the song called No Quarter on all WNY. Think
It
so,
worked
Joe Show?
perfectly. Nothing happened.
Yes, so far. Well, I mean, the Bolts scored before we went to the song break, but, you know, that's not anything bad for the podcast, I guess. Anyway, XM Priory, catch them Friday night at the Evening Star in Niagara Falls.
The headliner.
Evening Star. Their name is on the marquee over there, as is AC Anton, and then us. I'm like, why the fuck are we on the bottom?
Yeah, what's going to happen?
like
Seems like in the middle.
Like, we should be in the middle. Why are we the lowest build?
Our names too.
Our name has been like associated with this show through the whole thing. It's nice and big on the flyer. It's right on the bottom of the marquee at Evening Star, but it's on the marquee at Evening Star.
But still,
see our name in lights.
We're not playing first, though.
No, we are not playing first. We are playing second. Our name in lights on the marquee at the Evening Star in Niagara Falls. That's exciting.
It is. I'm excited.
I mean,
Get
that's
back out there.
I've seen that marquee so many times over the years, and some of the bands that have been on that marquee, and for us to be up there, it's just like, yo, that's fucking cool. We're on the marquee. Like,
and it's our first show there without Brian.
Our last show, our only show there. My only show there ever. The only show I ever played there.
This would be my fourth time.
This is so. A friend of mine reached out to me a couple of days ago, and he sent me a picture of his band playing at a venue, and he said, "Hey man, do you recognize this venue? I'm having trouble like remembering what venue this is, and I'm pretty sure you guys were supposed to be on this show with us, but then your band broke up. This is 13 years ago." And as soon as I saw the picture, I'm like, dude, that's Moo June's. And I was telling him the story of like, shit happened in my personal life that caused the band to basically implode. And what happened was we were supposed to play with Into Your Own for their Halloween show at Evening Star. And I had to pull out of that show. Or I chose to pull out of that show. And everybody else got mad at me. Well, you don't cancel on Into Your Own. Like, what are they doing these days? I know their bass player just moved to Nashville. I don't know what happened to the rest of those guys. But anyway, I digress. So we're having this conversation. I'm just thinking about, man, that would have been my first time playing Evening Star, but then I didn't get to... Well, I guess technically this will be my third. Because I did, with Yellow Sauce, we opened for Why Not, which is a Rush tribute band. I also was the host of the All WNY Awards 1 year at Evening Star, which is where I really got to know Greg Rinker. And then every time I saw Greg after that, it was, I felt like I was at home at the Evening Star. He was always so cordial and inviting. And when we played that show with Yellow Sauce, that was the first time they have a nice plaque up on the wall. Memorializing him, and that was the first time I saw that plaque, and I remember posting it on Facebook like, oh man, this is my first time here since then. And then we played with Head PE, we opened over there. Mm-hmm. Brian's last show in front of more than two people. I have to specify it was more than two people, because there were two people in the room with us when we shot the live stream, running the cameras and everything. So. Mm-hmm. Which was, you see a lot of there was, at that time, there were a lot of bands doing live streams because you couldn't actually go out and play shows in front of people. So a lot of bands were doing live streams, and it was always just like one camera, and that's it. You're just, the bands got the sound was better because the bands were running through mixers and we weren't. But we had this multi-camera setup, which was just crazy. Because the only other band I saw really do that in a rehearsal setting during that entire time was Psycho Stick. And I don't know if he had the A10 Mini or if he had a Stream Deck and he was just doing what we were doing, but they had, the singer for Psycho Stick was just pressing all the buttons and, controlling all the cameras. And obviously, You know, Katie probably could have done that if I would have been like, yo, but it was just easier to have somebody who kind of knew the music and knew where parts were coming up to be able to just do that off camera. And we had on the stream deck, there was 5 buttons, and 4 of those were individual pictures that were the pictures of us from Falls Count Anywhere. So if she wanted to get the shot of you, she'd just press your face. And then there's John. If she wanted to get my shot, she'd press me or Brian or Katie, you know, like, and then there was like one that was the whole band, and she would hit that, and that would be like the main shot. But it was cool to do that multi-camera thing, because like nobody was really doing, oh, Nashville just tied it up. But yeah, nobody was really doing that. You watch these like all day live streams, and it's just one camera. The cool thing about the Yellow Sauce live stream was we had, I forget what the device was called, but Facebook used to have like basically their version of like the Alexa or the Google or whatever, right? You know, like, so they had one of those, and that would, you know, the camera would follow you.
Yeah.
So our live stream wasn't just a static shot, like, you know, like this podcast always is. It would actually like move around and follow us. And we could see the chat too. So we're playing and we could read the chat while we're playing, which was cool. We couldn't do that. We didn't have that set up for our live stream. I didn't learn how to do that until like shortly thereafter. Which would have been helpful, because we would have known people couldn't hear shit.
I mean, you can hear if you had headphones.
You turn them up as loud as you can hear that shit. We had to.
Yeah.
I had to kind of mix that a little bit. We recycled some of that footage for something. We got paid for it, which was cool. You know, like, hey, do you guys want to do a live stream? No, but we'll send you clips from our old live stream. We'll fucking fix them for you. So I had to edit some of that audio, and then we had like this really cool transition with the skull, and you know, it was pretty cool. But you know, and then I jumped in the live stream, the live chat for that live stream that was part of, which is cool, you know. But I am so glad to be in front of people again.
Me too.
I
that sucked during that pandemic.
I didn't see you guys for like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, I think maybe the first time I saw you guys was Brian's memorial. Like,
pretty much.
Watching ThinkSoJoE do 2 jobs at once, podcast and hockey. Yeah, if you see me looking up there, that's where the hockey game is. It is tied right now, 3-3 in Tampa Bay between the Bolts and the Preds.
Yeah, I seen you right before I went for surgery.
Yeah, and we told you if you died, we'd bring you back to life and kill you.
Then you guys didn't here for 2 days.
Yeah.
Because it was so weak.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you went in for surgery like right after Brian died, and that was terrifying.
Same hospital.
Yeah. Like, you went to this Mercy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, yeah, I was just, like, terrified, because it was, like, and everybody's telling all the stories of, like, oh, man, no, you don't want to go to this Mercy for that kind of stuff. Like, oh, great, my drummer's about to go in for surgery.
Well, they come in my room and check so I don't get any blood clots.
Well, I think that was, you know, they sent Brian home.
They shouldn't have. They should have kept him.
Maybe they shouldn't have. You know, who's to say?
You never know.
Like, you know, like Lily never wanted to blame the doctors. People were telling her, no, you should sue. And she's like, why? You know, this is just a thing that happens. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and she's right. You know, I mean, it does happen, I think, maybe disproportionately at this hospital, because that's basically what happened to my old neighbor's mom. But, you know, that's neither here nor there.
It's still a shock to me. It's still out there all these years.
I know, and like, there's still, like I said, there's still all this stuff where I'm just like, I wish I could show Brian this, you know, I wish Brian were around.
I'm like freaking out, because I got to go back in January to do a scope and see how the surgery is.
Yeah. I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah, just to be back under, like, I
Damn
was
it.
done with this shit.
Tampa just scored again.
Damn you, Jeff.
We need this game. We need to win for Tracy. It's Ryan O'Reilly's first game as a Predator.
I used to be a Tampa fan.
Yeah, he did.
You show me the light again.
I just showed you a picture during the song break, and you almost changed back.
That's true.
Showed you a picture of a wrestler, and she was wearing a jersey and not much else. And you're like, oh, I might have to be a Tampa fan again. I'm like, dude, one, she's married. Two, she's like super pregnant. Like,
I'm a Sabres fan at heart.
yes, you are.
And plus, you guys are, you and Ryan were bashing me and Jeff.
Oh yeah, we were, because the Sabres bashed the fucking
Everybody
Bolts that
was.
game. Yeah,
Everybody was.
people in front of us were like turning around making fun of you.
Yeah. That's Florida hockey for you.
Yeah, I don't know. And then like even like the Bolts are winning the Stanley Cup, and we're over here like, yeah, but did you really win the Stanley Cup? Like, you won it in a. You won it in a pandemic-shortened season. You won it in the fucking bubble. Like, come on. You know, was that really a win? Did you really win the Stanley Cup those couple of years? Like, and then St. Louis came out and won the Stanley Cup. I'm like, yeah, fucking Blues, let's go. You know, because that's my my Western Conference team. I'm
really hoping we never meet up with my parents at a Sabres game again, because then I'm gonna have to freaking buy them.
Oh my God,
jersey.
John spent so much money.
I just got a bonus too.
John got a bonus. We went with your dad down to the Sabres store.
He's like a sad puppy dog.
You were like insistent on buying me something. It's one of the hats I have hanging in the back there.
Because you've done a lot for me.
Yeah. So I let you buy me a hat, and your dad, I convinced you to buy your dad a jersey.
You know, look at him. He's look like he's about to cry. Like, fine, get the jersey.
But you had my expertise.
Yeah.
So it was like, dude, you don't have to shell out the money for the Adidas jerseys. They look better, yes, but nobody's going to judge you for wearing the Fanatics jersey. The Fanatics jersey is an official licensed product of the National Hockey League. You can get away with that. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, look at that fake-ass jersey. I know that that's a Fanatics jersey. I understand.
I want to wear my Sabres jersey again, so I need a reason. So
hey, jerseys are fucking expensive, man. I get it. Buy the Fanatics ones. But, you know, I like to have the more authentic Adidas ones. But I'm not going to make fun of anybody wearing the Fanatics ones. Now, if you're buying the $33 fucking Chinese knockoff, I'm going to notice, and I'm going to fucking call you out on it. Because it's just like, dude, your jersey looks like shit. I've seen good ones, but you could still tell they're fake. And I've seen really fucking bad ones. Like, I'll go to a game, and I will be rows behind somebody, and I will notice that the brand logo is completely off center on the back of the jersey. And it's like, look at that. It's fake. They didn't even bother centering the fucking Adidas logo, like, or the Reebok logo or whatever, right? You know, or like, you know, the font is wrong for the player name, or like the number on the jersey. Like, you could just tell by looking at some of these jerseys. Some of the jerseys you gotta look like, okay, no, that one looks good, but it's fake, you know.
You're calling them out while you're with me and my dad.
I do it every fucking game. I see these. And, you know, I get it. Jerseys are expensive. But I like to support the team. So I will buy the jerseys. And I do own a couple of Fanatics jerseys. I own the 50th anniversary. I got that as a Fanatics. I own the one of the Winter Classics. I got the Fanatics of that. And I think I have another one. But it's like, you know, for the most part, if I've got the money, I'm going to buy the better one. Yeah. And that's just for me, you know. That's, you know, kind of like, you know, almost like, hey, I can do this, so, you know.
You got a 49ers jersey?
I have a 49ers jersey. I won't wear it. And the reason for that is, so like I bought it at the game when I was in Santa Clara. They won that game handily, I might add. And then I wore it during the following game, and they lost.
Oh.
So I'm like, all right, can't wear it. It's bad luck. And I am very like superstitious when it comes to my sports teams. You know this. You've seen me. But like, if I'm watching a Niners game, I'm usually sitting here, usually got it on up there, and I'll put my hat on a certain way. And if they start playing poorly, I'll turn my hat around. If they're still playing poorly, I'll take the hat off. But if they're playing well, I leave the hat the way it is. I try to not move my position that I'm sitting in.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like I am like oh, good juju, you know, good mojo going here. Like
My parents think I'm bad luck when the Bills are playing because every time I come downstairs, they start sucking.
oh, you should stay downstairs then.
And I know. I do. And I start laughing.
Were you downstairs for that entire game on Sunday? Because that was...
Yes, I was.
Oh, yeah, because
Eating some pizza.
I intended to watch the game, but I didn't wake up until like 11 o'clock. And I was like, oh, I got the score alert on my phone, and it's like a Mojo Jojo. Anyway, I got the score alert on my phone. And it's like, oh, it's a 4-point game in London right now. Like, all right, let me tune into that. And then next thing I knew, it was an 11-point game. And I'm like, all right, cool. Go Jags. Tony Khan and Shahid Khan are proud right now of their football team. But yeah, I have to, like the game against Dallas the other day, I wore my hat forward. And I was sitting here watching the game, and the Niners were just dominating, so I just left the hat on forward the whole time. Like, you'll see me at Sabres games. If I buy a new hat and I'm wearing the new hat and they start to suck, I'll put my old hat back on. Like, it's, you know, I know up here it has no fucking bearing on what's going on, you know, down on the ice.
Yeah.
Or, you know, 3,000 miles away in Santa Clara. But why take that chance?
True.
You know, and you look at my football team, they're 5-0. They haven't lost this season. So, might be working. But I do in fact own a George Kittle jersey. He is my favorite player. He got involved at WrestleMania this year. He was at Raw last week, I think. They were in California. He played the game earlier in the day and then went to Monday Night Raw. But he's my favorite player. He had 3 touchdowns against Dallas the other night. So I own his jersey. I just won't wear it. We got to get out of here. We got one more song to play for you here. And this is a band that is playing at Mohawk Place next Monday night, October 16th, along with Chew, Yanni, and Different Planets. Let's see, Chew is femnoise pop grunge punk duo with y'alternative country sensibilities from Asheville, North Carolina. This is the pick that when I was like running out of guitar picks at Music is Art, Nick Lucido handed this to me. That's what this is that John just handed me. Yanni is... Oh, no, they're the femnoise pop grunge punk duo with the alternative country sensibilities from Asheville. Chew is fuzz-laden prog psych from Atlanta. Different Planets doesn't have a description. Neither does Goodbye Metro, but Goodbye Metro is a couple of artists from here in Buffalo. They're fantastic. They're really good. They used to be called This way back in the day. They've since changed their name to Goodbye Metro. I caught them at Music is Art. They're incredible. I've seen them before when they were This, and I think this might have been my first time. Actually, we played with them. Before you were in the band, second show, we played with Goodbye Metro.
Oh, really?
At Electric Avenue, right next door to Mohawk Place. But you can see them in Mohawk Place proper this coming Monday, the 16th, with Chew and Yanni and Different Planets. And this is a song from Goodbye Metro. This song is called Marla on All WNY Think So Joe Show. Say the line, John.
Like, share, and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
that you're swept away by pressures strong as hell, dragged to the depths of rock bottom, questioning the life that was handed to you, owned by the fight for survival. Pushing, pulling, no sort of fair. Still wonder why that blatant dare. Focused on others, can't seem to get the joke. Looks to find safety in a puff of smoke. Trapped by the yoke, tripping through the smoke. Seems that you're swept away